everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart. I hope you can hear me. I know you're really far away from what I'm normally used to. Today I'm doing something completely wackadoodle. I've kind of been in a funk mentally, and I just, you know what I just want to do? I just want to throw paint around. Seriously, I just want to throw it. I want to throw the paint around. So I'm going to do a splat pour. I don't see these being done. I have no idea how it might turn out, but just truth be told, this is where I am in my brain. I'm trying to do different things. I have this leftover 20 by 20 canvas that I've repainted with a primer. I've got some colors over here. It's a combination of Liquitex Pouring medium and Floetrol, American Floetrol 50/50. And I have mixed them up to the same consistency. And I've got a 16-ounce cup here. I think this is 16. And that should cover this. But I also have some leftover scrap paint that's black and sparkly from a while ago, that wherever I don't cover, before I start to tilt it out, I'm going to probably lay down some flow paint. So the idea here is I'm going to fill up this cup. I'm going to get up on a step stool. I'm going to literally slam it down. I got these barriers built here. This is a piece of cardboard that happened to be 20 by 20 inches, so it was perfect in terms of cutting it up. I've got it secured with some like gaff tape, as my husband would call it. It's like the really thick 100-mile-an-hour tape at the corners. And I've got that there in case I have a splat like crazy. Hopefully it'll stay within the confines of this. So I'm just going to take my cup, splat it down, let the chips fall where they may, possibly tilt, and then tilt this out. So enough talk. I'm going to cover my, I'll explain the paints during the editing process, but for right now, I'm going to fill up the cup. Let me just show you generally the consistency. Hopefully you can see that. There's a mound and a mound in there. And I did check to see that these are all roughly the same consistency. So I might go with 3 or 4 layers in here. I've got 7 colors, and just gonna see what happens. So here we go. Just dump in some paint. We're gonna dump in some more paint. We're just gonna have fun here today. Oh, I'm gonna run out of paint before I get too far. Ooh. A little bit of red. The red might want to take over, so Payne's gray, blue, more blue, burnt sienna, orange combo, I'm gonna end up with orange anyway with these two together, probably. This is a lot of paint for me. A lot of paint. Let's just run that out. Let's just run that out too. Whoops. That was bad aim right there. Oh boy. That's okay. It's all going to get spun off anyway. Spun off. It'll be tilted off. All right. Okay, so the idea here is to just kind of splat it down. Let me get on my stool. I've got really good colors. I just hope it comes together. Okay, I'm all secured. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. That was terrible. That was not at all what I was expecting. Well, it didn't splatter. Hardly at all. Okay, let's get it into some kind of shape. Remove my berm. That was interesting. See, I'm always prepared and over-prepared. Let this sit for a minute. I'm going to get the torch. Let me get the torch. Let's give it a hit with the torch. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to let it sit. I'm going to let it sit for a couple minutes, and I will be back as things develop. Things are starting to pop. We'll see how this goes. Actually, I'll probably use some of that other paint around the edges as well. Just want to throw in here a reminder to check my description box for links to some of the products I use and links to some of the videos that I have up that might be helpful to you. And also I have a discount code for KS Resin for 10%. If you're interested in buying some of the resin that I use the Liquid Stone Ultra UV. So you get 10% off at purchase and I get 5% back toward my future purchases. And that really helps me out a lot. Let's just tilt this around to start with. I'll worry about the extender paint in a minute. So now that I'm watching this back, I've mentioned to you how if you don't have extender paint, it rolls. You can see how the paint edges are rolling over itself as I spread this out. In hindsight, I should have put the extender paint down first along the edges so that as I do start to stretch this out toward the corners, the paint has a place to roll onto without rolling over itself. So just another little tip there. In the 16 or 15.5 ounces that I had, it seems about right to cover this 20 by 20 canvas, which is 400 square inches. You can do the math to figure out what the coverage is there. Okay, a little flow extender now. Now that I got to kind of have it all coming together. Which way do I want to go? Okay. I really like to get some of this over here. So, let me go this way first. Let me get this out of the way. So I can't remember what the school of thought is to preserving the side you want to keep most, but my line of thinking here is I want to anchor down the side I want to keep the most here first, and then allow it to spread across the rest of the canvas as I'm tilting the rest of this out. Certainly in this case, the way I decided to tilt this out is hugely important with the ultimate outcome that I got, because the sides are very different from each other. So as I tilt this around from corner to corner, I do go back to the center before I go to the next corner. Sorry, I know you guys can't see that. Back in here. Put it down for a second. I'm gonna get my stool back. I'm gonna have a higher purchase. A little more. Need this stuff to flow. I get it in the corner, off the side, corner, drop it forward. Just want to point out here how that first corner I was trying to save is actually growing nicely on this. So here I'm really working on getting that colorful side to advance into the center of the painting. How much paint do I have? I know you can't see, but I can't accommodate everything. So here I'm in a heavy tilt to try to get the extra paint off and get that composition to move toward the center of the canvas. All right, now the wave is coming down. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm not used to hauling this kind of stuff. I don't know how Mina Villegas does it. Bring it back. This is interesting. Let's put it down. Okay. Wow. Oof. That is some dynamic. Make sure I got the sides. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Sides covered. Just using my finger to get it all the way to the edge over here. I'm sorry you can't see that. Let this thing settle for a minute while I do this. I might skip ahead because this is not helping you guys at all. Later, I'll let this settle. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I'm really liking this. This is really cool. Oh, okay. I'm debating whether I want to play in here or just leave it alone. What do I do? What do I do? Let's see what happens if I play here for a second. Just a little tiny thing. Okay, I need to just look at this because this is not normal for me. All right, got all the sides covered. It's good. Doesn't move the same at all. Obviously, because it is not bloom. I'm hoping blue is going to creep back in. I'm not liking it because it doesn't look organic. So, let's take a look and see how much paint I got on here. 21 minutes in. Oh, look at, I don't know if you can see that. Not much paint at all. I'm in good shape. So, I'm going to stop. I'm going to call this done. I have a feeling it's going to continue to develop, and I will get you an overhead shot. And yeah, this is phase one of something I'm sure I'll be working on. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I'll get you an overhead shot. So everyone, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And this is just phase one. And I want to throw out there, if you have any ideas for how to embellish this, please leave them in the comments. I'm open to suggestions. I've since done another one of these, and I just love the way these turn out. So again, if you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. Leave a comment, a thumbs up. That's also very much appreciated. And that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.